Hey guys, this is Orsi and this is going to be one of my Let's Create a Spread video. And I was thinking about, what do I want for the next one. And to be honest, I didn't want to just, pick a deck and create a spread from that, even though I really enjoy those. But on the weekend, I had a Harry Potter club, and with the kids, we were creating potions. So I was thinking that that could be a good idea for, coming up with a spread on the spot. Because sometimes I just want certain things to be in the reading, but not necessarily want to use a full-on spread for just one topic or, use someone else's spread. So what I came up with is, this is going to be a 5-ingredient spell spread or potion spread, or however you wanna, name it. I think I'm gonna go with the potion one. You will see it in the title. So I picked 5 just topics where I want some messages and 5 decks to correspond that. So correspond with those keywords or areas that I want to look into. So this is going to be one of those readings where all of the cards are from a different deck, but I really love those because they can play with each other, and you can test them out. You can see how different decks are working together. So for today's potion, which I haven't named, so maybe it's just gonna be very ominously potion number 1. I have 5 ingredients, as I said, and those are support, heal, clarity, recharge, and reconnect. Because these are the things that where I feel that I need some messages about. But obviously, you can create as many potions as you want with as many ingredients as you like. But I think it can be a fun, just on the spot thing to do, because you don't need to really think about positions if you don't want to, or come up with questions for positions if you're just doing a reading on one topic. So hopefully this is going to be interesting and useful for you guys. So for the first one, which is support, I chose the Wildwood. No, that's a Freudian slip, I guess. The Wild Unknown, because that's the deck that I use for personal readings. So this is going to be the first one for support. The second one is heal or healing, and I chose the Midnight Magic deck for it because I don't know, for some reason a mushroom deck for healing just makes sense to me right now. I don't know, can you explain? For the third one, which was clarity, I chose the Anatomy of a Witch Oracle, which I haven't really used, so it's also a good thing that I have a chance to play with it more, which is a huge deck, by the way. I mean, they are growing in size. For clarity, no, that was clarity. For recharge, I chose, where did I put it though? Obviously, this is the only one that I forgot to pick. Is the Zombie Oracle. Obviously, I forget my own. Not sure if it's still in frame, but I just want to show them all. So that's for recharge, because I know this deck well, so I know that I can expect a card from it where I can focus on, where to recharge or how to recharge certain elements. And for Reconnect, I chose Thistledown because it just feels like this is such a good deck to work with. However you identify the divine, I think a deck like this, the gentle deck like this, is good for that. So pretty. So this is going to be for Reconnect. Okay, so let's start and let's pull a card from the Wild Unknown. Okay, so these are the cards that came out. I think they look really nice. I mean, I don't know, I really like spreads that have multiple decks. So just quickly, because this is a personal reading, I wasn't thinking about doing it general because I just wanted to show another way to create a spread. But I'm gonna go over to the cards because why not? So for the first one, which is support, there's the Five of Wands, and I immediately was thinking about all the drama that is happening in our office. So I'm assuming that it is connected to that situation. And what I was thinking about, that just pointing out something that's obviously happening is not helpful. So what I was thinking that with this card, it could mean that either I need to be more aware of keeping myself out of it, which I think I'm doing well, but maybe not good enough, just letting the drama just roll over me, or trying to, I don't know if it's more about staying out of it or more about trying to support others. I kind of feel like I need to just take a step even further back, because there's just honestly so much drama. The second one, which was how to heal or what to heal, is the Nine of Cups, which is the emotional, like, happy place. It is that state when you're just happy with what you are, who you are, what you have, and you love yourself, you love others, but don't expect anything from them. But it's interesting that I got this as a heal, like, card, or I don't want to say position, but related to, as an ingredient, what to heal or how to heal. And I guess if we're, because I'm gonna look at cards together, maybe it's focusing more on my own happiness and not trying to, like, I'm not saying that I keep worrying about other people, because I learned enough in the past, whatever, how many years, to know that everybody's life is their own. But, it's very hard to see when someone is going through a hard time and not trying to help, obviously, or feel for them. And even though I think I'm better now, taking a step back from things than I was, for example, 2 years ago, but it could be that still I need to just focus on my own happiness a bit more, because I'm kind of, I don't even know, I think I'm just doing too much of, like, work and other stuff, that I don't focus on my own emotions right now as much as I should. So I think it's more about take a deep breath, take some time off to actually process emotions, because there are good emotions, there are bad emotions, but maybe I'm more happier than I'm expecting myself to be, but I just don't have time to even realize that. It could be with this card as well. That is for something that I can think about. Okay, and the clarity is interesting because it's the Weaver card, and I don't know the deck yet as well, so to get clarity, I'm gonna check the guidebook. Okay, clarity, if I can find it. Okay. Why am I looking for clarity? Is the Weaver? Okay, I'm a bit tired. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So, clarity is, see the actual keyword on the card. Okay, the Weaver, I'm gonna show you so you can read it if you want the whole thing, just to see how the card is. But it's about what to consider. Okay, the Weaver, or witch mind, is in charge of consolidating, synthesizing, and communicating the information derived from the rest of the witch anatomy, collecting, organizing, and disseminating threads. So it's kind of like what I was saying with it, like, I need to be more aware of things, but this is coming more from the brain side, I guess. You have all the information you need. Now it's time to make your choices and weave a pattern worthy of you. Just be careful not to spend too much time up in your head. So I guess it's the same, get back more into my emotions and out of my head. Even though I don't feel like I'm spending as much time in my head, but I feel less grounded than I should be, but I don't think it's because I overthink things. I just think that it kind of feels like an Eight of Wands, to be honest. If you know that card, you know how that energy can just go everywhere, and you're trying to just find it and regulate something out of it. So I'm kind of feeling like that for a lot of the days these days. So I definitely getting a slow down, and how you're gonna get clarity is actually processing things and focusing on something instead of just going with the flow, which is okay. I can see that. With the recharge, it's celebration. That's a very, at least a clear one, which I'm grateful for, because celebration is enjoying all the time that you can spend with others, not the way, but the occasion where you can actually celebrate something, not just the good things, but the bad, not just the big good things, but the small ones. And it's not just that, appreciate these moments, but accept and allow yourself to believe that you are there finally, where you can actually celebrate, and there's not going to be a bad consequence. Because in this deck, it's in the second season, so it's when people are out celebrating, the risk of zombies coming out from the woods and eat them all is pretty low, because most of them are already gone. But it's very hard to relearn that feeling when you're allowing yourself to actually enjoy yourself without looking back, looking behind your back and not being there as much as you should be. So I guess all three of these are telling me to focus more on the here and now and process things when they are happening, and not years later, which is I kind of guess why the awareness is here for Reconnect. I would assume that awareness is just being aware of everything that's happening, but we have these tiny cards with the deck. So, wonderful things like just beyond the leaves, that's the description. But I would say that with this reading, it's being aware, like where you're going, what you want, but what is it right in front of you as well. So I can just go with the keyword being aware. I think that's the whole potion. It's gonna be potion number 1, awareness, I think, or here and now, or in the moment. That this spread is pretty much telling me to get back in the moment and process things when they are happening. So yeah, so you can create any sorts of readings with this spread. You can add up ingredients as much as you want. You can just do 2 ingredients, or 3 or 14. Really depends on how many decks you want to use. But it's also fun because you can just look at your deck collection and be like, which deck screams healing to me? Which deck just tells me that, oh, I'm gonna be good for clarity and stuff like that. So it's a great way to interact with your collection when you come up with a spread like this. So hopefully this was useful and it wasn't boring listening to my own reading, but hopefully you can take something away from it. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you all. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, because those all help my channel. And see you in the next one. Bye!